Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new to this channel, hello, my name is Sabrina. I'm an OR nurse and an aesthetic nurse. I like to make nursing, vlogs, beauty content, so if you like this video, please give it a like and a comment down below what you would like to see in the future. It has been super long since I made my last video and I apologize so much, but I really thank you for all the support and the DMs I've been getting. I will make sure to get back to you guys about OR nursing since you guys had a lot of questions about that. But today I'm going to be talking to you about my journey to aesthetic nursing. I feel like recently aesthetic nursing has been on the rise. A lot of people have been having questions about aesthetic nursing. So I'm here today to tell you guys my personal journey through aesthetic nursing. I will say that there is not one way to get to aesthetic nursing. There are multiple streams of ways you can get into aesthetic nursing, but today I'm going to be showing you guys my way of getting into it, and probably in a future video I will give you guys tips on how to get into aesthetic nursing. Without further ado, please leave a like on this video and subscribe for more nursing content videos. And if you have any comments or suggestions, please leave it down below for my next video. Alright, so currently I reside in Maryland, so Maryland laws may be different. I would check with your state laws and see what is applicable to you. But today I will be talking about how I got into aesthetic nursing from Maryland / DC, Virginia specifically. I apologize for the lighting change. It is very cloudy today and the sun is going in and out, so it's going to be like very bright and very dark. I'm so sorry. Alright, so I graduated high school in 2015. I was 18 years old at the time, and I knew that I wanted to go into nursing. I had always been interested in aesthetics because my mom had a nail salon growing up. I was always surrounded by kind of like salon services, nails, facials, waxing, and all that good stuff. So I had grown up literally in my mom's nail shop, so I knew I wanted to be kind of in the aesthetics field and also nursing because I always wanted to care for people. I just thought nursing was so versatile and a fun field to be in because I really did enjoy science. I loved microbiology, I loved anatomy and physiology, so I knew I wanted to do nursing in high school. So right after high school, I did go to community college. I did want to save money. I wanted to work. So in community college, I took my nursing prerequisites for 2 years. I really did want to graduate on time, so I kind of rushed those 2 years just to make it into nursing school and finish in 4 years. So I did 2 years in community college and then I transferred to a university. So I was able to graduate in 4 years with a bachelor's in nursing. I did all my nursing school classes, I did my clinicals, I did my practicum. I got a lot of experience in nursing school. It was very valuable and it allowed me to transition into my first nursing career. So in nursing school, I already knew I wanted to be in aesthetics or dermatology or plastic surgery of that sort. I did want to have hospital experience prior to going into aesthetic nursing. So I chose operating room nurse. OR nursing is critical care, so you do learn quite a bit of critical care nursing. I do recommend aesthetic nurses to work at a hospital prior to aesthetic nursing, just because you learn such important critical thinking skills, judgment skills. You learn very important assessment skills that will be definitely transferred over into aesthetic nursing when you're assessing your patient, and when you're doing treatments, you really want to have good assessment and critical thinking skills. You also learn phlebotomy skills, which is super important to know because, in aesthetic nursing, you're drawing blood for PRP treatments or whatever it is. You definitely do want to have some phlebotomy skills. So in my last year of nursing school, I did try to get into the OR for my practicum. I don't know how it is for every single nursing program, but for my program specifically, in my last year, you do get to choose a practicum or clinical area of your choice, and I chose the OR. Unfortunately, I didn't get the OR. I got PACU, which was pretty close because PACU is recovering patients from the OR. So I did learn quite some skills from that. I'm very thankful to have done PACU because I learned such great clinical judgment and critical thinking skills. So actually the summer in between my 2 years of nursing school, I did do an externship in the OR. I was super thankful and fortunate to have gotten accepted into this externship. OR nursing is not really taught in school, so I was super thankful to be able to get a paid externship from a local hospital in order to get my foot in the door and start my operating room nurse career. So fast forward the OR externship and my practicum in the PACU, I started applying to job positions and of course applied to take my NCLEX. I think I took my NCLEX 2 months after I graduated nursing school in May of 2019. So I really wanted to get the ball rolling and start working. I do recommend maybe a break in between, but I just wanted to keep going. I wanted to get closer to my goals. So as soon as I passed my NCLEX in July, I started my new job in August. So I did get a position at a local hospital in the OR, so I was super thankful. It was quite competitive to get into the OR program, I'm not gonna lie, but with my OR externship and my PACU experience that I had during nursing school, it greatly helped me get into the OR residency. OR residency is super nice because you don't get thrown into the OR without, any rhyme or reason. They actually give you a whole year with like preceptorships, mentors, and all these people to help guide you into the OR, which was super helpful for me. So I did OR residency for a whole year, and then I was on my own for another year. I voiced it to my managers that I really wanted to be in plastic surgery, so I was able to get into the breast reduction cases, breast implant cases, liposuction cases. So I did get some experience in a local community hospital. So if you can try to get yourself into specific specialties, if you're in the OR, I would definitely try to. All right, so next, almost nearing 2 years of my time at the hospital, I was like, I need to do aesthetic nursing. Like, I was starting to see so many creators and people in the aesthetic nursing field coming out, and I'm just like so intrigued, and I knew that this is what I wanted to do. So what I started doing is I started to apply to literally every single place that was open nearby. I started looking up aesthetic nurse jobs, dermatology jobs, whether it be front call desk or maybe a medical assistant, I don't know. Even if they didn't have a job listing, I would literally email them. I was so desperate, but I definitely did hear back from some of them, and I did get rejected from a lot of them. Like, you just have to be okay with rejection because aesthetic nursing is just super competitive. Right now, aesthetic nursing is on the rise, so it's still pretty competitive. Just be patient and just try to get yourself out there. It honestly did take me about a year to really land a plastic surgery / aesthetic nursing job, so it does take some time. I did it while I was working at the hospital. Honestly, I did not like working at the hospital because I knew my passion was aesthetic nursing. I did make a OR nursing video, so you can check that out somewhere over here. I do plan on making a OR nursing hospital versus outpatient surgery video, so if you're interested in that, please leave a comment down below. Anyways, so it took me a whole year of literally trying to apply, email, and just get myself out there. I did get a few responses back. I even went to a few interviews, and one interview I interviewed 4 times and I got rejected. It was so depressing. I cried, honestly, because I spent like probably 2 months of interviewing with them only to get rejected, but it's okay. I'm so thankful to where I'm at right now. So with those failed interviews, it definitely helped me up my interview game and just really tailor my interview to showing how passionate I was about aesthetic nursing. So I was getting rejected from a lot of places, and I was like, okay, I need to do something to really get myself up on top of the list. So I started taking training courses. I took a course with AMET, which is Aesthetic Medical Educators Training. It was a intro to Botox and filler class that was a whole day of didactic and then another whole day of hands-on training. So it was a fantastic opportunity. It was about $3,000 but your girl was willing to literally invest so much money into taking courses if it meant that I was going to get to my dream job of aesthetic nursing. So I started taking training courses and I started reading books. Let me show you the 2 books that I highly recommend. So on top of the training, I also read up on a lot of books. I really highly recommend the Rebecca Small books. I got these from Amazon. These 2 were super helpful in getting kind of like an intro to Botox and dermal fillers. So I definitely like read up on these, and on top of the training classes, that definitely boosted my resume. All right, so after I started taking some training courses and reading up on some books, I still wasn't getting accepted anywhere. So then I reached out to this plastic surgery center in Washington, D.C., and I was wondering if they had any opening for nurses. And to my surprise, they actually had an opening for an operating room nurse in their outpatient surgery suite. So my OR experience in the hospital definitely helped me land that job in the plastic surgery outpatient center. So I started working as an operating room nurse at that center, and I became their pre-op, OR, PACU nurse, and I was literally like working my ass off. So I was doing OR nursing at the hospital full time and then part-time plastic surgery nursing. So that was my gateway into aesthetic nursing. I landed that job when I was 23 years old. I'm currently 24, about to turn 25. So I would say plastic surgery nursing was the start of my aesthetic nursing career. Reason being is I got so much learning and education while doing plastic surgery procedures, especially facelifts, rhinoplasties. I started learning a lot about fillers and Botox because some of the surgeons would do fat injections on the face, and then I learned a lot of facial anatomy. So it was such a great way to learn. And then I knew I wanted to do a full-time, so I quit my OR nursing at the hospital and became a full-time plastic surgery OR nurse. Your girl was hustling. I was hustling so hard. I was working many hours. I wanted to be the hustler. Like, I wanted to definitely learn as much as I could and really break into the aesthetics world. So after working in the OR for some time, I did express interest to my boss about aesthetic nursing. I told him about all the trainings and all the studying that I've been doing, how interested I was in it, and to my surprise, he gave me an offer for aesthetic nursing. I was super duper stoked, and literally it was a dream come true. Honestly, I'm never gonna go back into the hospital unless if it's for nurse practitioner school, which I'm planning on applying to next year. Literally, aesthetic nursing is exactly how you see it. It's super fun. Every day is always something new. I'm always learning. It is such a fun field to be in. I will say, even though it looks very fun on camera, there's so much learning to do because you don't learn any of this stuff in nursing school. Like, even in anatomy and physiology, you ain't learning about every single muscle, every single facial artery in the face. But I will say, if you're interested in aesthetic nursing, just be prepared to be learning, like just learning constantly, because aesthetic nursing is a lot more dangerous than you think. It's just like any other nursing where you need critical thinking skills. So that is why I think being in the hospital and getting some experience there really helped transition me into the aesthetic nurse that I am today. My job sets me up with trainings with local people around the area, and even injectors from around the world come to train me, and I'm just super thankful from, Allergan and Galderma reps for doing that for me. So ever since I paid for that one training, I never paid for another training because it was always done through my work. I know other places might have you go out and do trainings on your own. I do have a aesthetic nursing Instagram. I do have a TikTok as well. It's Beauty by Nurse Sab. So if you're interested in any of my work or any of my TikTok videos, follow right here. I'll also leave the links down below so you can click on that as well. And that is how I really got my foot in the door in aesthetic nursing. Like, I was in plastic surgery, but then I wanted to take it further into aesthetic nursing, and that was like that specific moment, and I was just super duper happy. So overall, I've been doing plastic surgery and aesthetic nursing for about a year now. It has been absolutely a fun ride. If you guys have any questions on OR nursing or aesthetic nursing, please leave it down below and I'd be happy to answer, or possibly if it's really long, I'll make a video on it. I definitely plan on making more aesthetic nursing videos, so please subscribe for more nursing video content. I hope you guys have a great day, morning, evening, night, wherever you are, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye everyone.